Most people can't enjoy life as they used to, or they waste a lot of time and barely get anything done at the end of the day. Out of blue, you just feel lonely and sad. Perhaps you can't even sit down and focus on anything. Even watching a movie feels like torture. The truth is, social media rewired our brains in a way that never happened before. There is so much happening in the background of your brain while you're mindlessly consuming online content. Yes, they want your eyes glued to the screen. They want your attention, energy, and time. They want you to consume more. All social media platforms are based on providing instant gratification, so that you want to check out your phone more than anything else. It's not a coincidence that the moment you wake up or before you go to sleep, you want your phone by your side. Whenever we have free time, we fill it up with consuming online material. It even came down to the point that we feel anxious, sad, or empty when we don't look at our phones. How can we focus on anything in this situation? Our mind immediately drifts off when we start working on anything important. Our attention span is lower than ever and our memory is getting worse every day. As if these weren't enough, seeing everyone posting nice pictures and having such a great life makes us question what's wrong with our life. We are busy with a fake world that is full of negativity with a brain-numbing effect. Why do I call it fake? Well, first of all, nobody cares about sharing the truth on social media. The main motivation is to share how cool, great, and amazing you are to take more attention. Secondly, you are not really connected with those people. If you quit social media, you will realize that you barely see or talk to those people, so you're just another number and another way to relieve boredom with likes, comments, and notifications. At the end of the day, the strongest drug that exists for a human being is another human being. The need for attention is such a powerful human need, and social media is the center of seeking attention and validation. That's why checking our notification is the new cocaine. Social media platforms are designed to play to your weakness. While we are chasing that instant gratification, we forget what's happening in the background of our heads. We constantly question whether we're being judged, liked, loved, or hated. We lose our emotional stability to impress people that don't even matter. In such a vicious cycle, social media is absolutely ruining your life and it even makes you less human. How exactly? First, you lose your thinking ability. I don't think most people grasp the importance of this huge problem. Every time you use social media, your ability to think decreases. Instant gratification triumphs over thinking because thinking requires our focus and energy, whereas social media is delivering quick pleasures. Thinking is too demanding compared to finding millions of search results in less than a second by just clicking a button. So we just outsource thinking by using these platforms. Is it possible that an amazing idea strikes you when you're in the newsfeed? No way. Why? Because you're in the loop of consuming and you're waiting for them to feed you with new ideas. You take your mind to rest like it's a useless piece of meat. What is the result? You lose what you don't use. It even makes you dumber in a way that you can't even understand what happened to you because you already lost your mental faculties. You become less creative and less unique. Since critical thinking skills are weakened, original ideas never come up. However, creativity requires pure thinking. But people are driven by a desire to get attention on social media, and that's the ultimate roadblock for creative fulfillment. People become self-centered, like the whole world has to provide content to fulfill their enjoyment. They don't even consider the fact that there should be a balance between producing and consuming. Today, people don't even take a piss without their phones. Nobody can bear the power of silence nowadays because they don't want to stay with themselves. To see things clearly, you have to get rid of useless distractions. But it's not possible while you're constantly checking your phone. You become less productive. Let me ask you, what the hell are you doing on social media? Usually just refreshing the feeds and hoping to catch something interesting. Yeah, we don't even search for anything because algorithms already do that for us. That kind of passive, purposeless entertainment slowly cripples your mental faculties. It's such a huge dopamine resource for the brain, and producing something is not nearly rewarding compared to it. When it comes to doing a hard task, your brain will deny working because it simply doesn't care about what you produce. It only cares about one thing, and it's pleasure. With social media usage, you program your brain to work against yourself because you can't be in a productive state while you are bombarded with highly stimulating notifications. You feel bad about yourself. People don't share reality on social media. They share things based on how people perceive them. Nobody is willing to share the downside. Therefore, it's easy to be caught up in the feeling of inadequacy. When you constantly feed your brain with what a perfect life people are living, you end up questioning yourself. You become more judgmental and ungrateful for what you have and who you are as a person. Comparison is already toxic, but the virtual one is a deadly poison. What's the result of comparing yourself with unreal people? More and more, you constantly seek validation. You tend to post something more happy and beautiful in order to get as many likes as you can, so you become popular among your friends or peers. If you get in this silly game, you will work for them more. Meanwhile, you lose your sanity and dig yourself into a shithole. Social media drains your willpower. Once you step into social media, there are too many options. You can stalk people, read and write comments, leave a like or other emojis, watch videos. What do you do when you're doing these? You always make a choice. Whenever you make an extra choice, it chips away at your willpower. Maybe you just wanted to see a picture at first, but you can't be done there. Now, the social media tool is showing you similar pictures or videos. There will always be a recommendation on the side, so you click one more and more. That's how they drag you into the vortex. After a while, you look at the clock and it's been hours and you wasted your time binging through stupid videos. Then you decide to cut it out and do something important. Guess what? Your brain got used to those dopamine rush from videos, and now with a drained willpower, you simply can't be motivated enough to do anything positive. You lose your emotional stability. The human mind was never designed to keep in touch with thousands of people on a personal level, especially on a daily basis. It might sound strange, but we are evolved in a way to care for small communities. Well, why is this important? What happens when we simply ignore this fact? It brings anxiety, jealousy, loneliness, inadequacy, and loss of concentration in our lives. The happiest people I know have zero social media accounts. I also don't have any, because life is so peaceful and meaningful without social media. It's more simple and joyful. Less distraction and lack of unnecessary noise keep you more stable. Social media is forcing you to follow other people's lives, which is none of your business. When you quit, you become happier because you're actually living it rather than recording, sharing, or posting about it. No unhealthy comparisons, no checking of others, no simulated social relationships, no wasting time consuming toxic information that you don't need to know. What are you left with? Just real present moments and the wholeness of a full experience that is not posted online for the people you went to school with million years ago. You might argue that you're seeing a lot of successful people on social media. Yeah, that's right, but they are using it as a business model, not for indulgence. Social media is a marketing tool for promoting their products because they can reach other people. If you believe that you might have a positive influence on social media, which 95% of people do not have it, then of course use it to spread your message. Social media might become a great place if you stop competing for attention and stop using it for mere pleasure. If you can't do that yet, then social media fasting is necessary to reset your system. Of course, you won't feel amazing right away, but I guarantee after 2 to 3 months, you will experience some serious changes in terms of mental health. It's liberating to focus on yourself without worrying about other people will judge you. You will feel more content with your life and become emotionally more stable. You will test the beauty of spending quality time with your loved ones without distractions. When you learn to appreciate who you are and what you offer for the world, you won't be seeking social validation on these platforms. After that, you will look at social media from a different perspective. At the end of the day, social media is just a tool. We make it beneficial or nauseous. Like every addiction, you must keep yourself away until you gain your freedom back. Because you wanna be more.